I hope everyone's having a good day. This is going to be your weekly reading. This could be your weekly prediction. This is also timeless, so whenever you're seeing this message was for you. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. So let's dive into what we're getting today. I'm feeling this week is going to come with some challenges for the collective. Yeah, we've got 10 of Wands, so something is coming to completion. That's usually about lessons being learned and stuff. So we could be coming into challenges where we're needing to let go. Yes, we need to let go. Okay. And we also need to look into maybe closing off certain things. So if you're in a workplace, what projects have you left that you should probably have done? What things have you yet to close off on? Because it feels as if the collective maybe had been delaying it. Got the Devil, and we've also got the Hermit. So, okay. Any other cards, angels? What other? Thank you. I feel like there's one more that wants to come out in this deck. Thank you. We got the Moon as well. Okay, so again, that Ten of Wands, all about completion and everything. So for some of you, it is going to be a case of you're going to be wanting to close off any projects or anything. So it could be a challenge for this collective for any projects, and projects could be work related. They could also be personal projects that you have left, especially if you're someone who may be ADHD and tend to do 20 different things all at once and then go, I need to get that done. Or people go, hey, have you done that thing? And you're gone, yeah, I'm getting there. But it's going to be a challenge. You need to complete some things. Yesterday especially was all about releasing energy and releasing whatever we don't need. So if you haven't released any energy from yesterday, I would recommend this week definitely be doing that. We've also got the Devil. And I feel in some ways this is very related to the reading I did for yesterday, because we also got the Devil, and this was with a different deck, but I feel in some ways that it is still related in some ways. So the Devil for this collective is all about you're holding yourself back here, and it can be material or so this could be materialistic deception. And I'm feeling for this one because obviously we're talking about completion and the challenges with that. Challenges are you could be delusional in thinking that you can do it yourself, or you could be telling yourself, I'm done, I'm done, I'm done, when you're not. And it's going to be a case that if you don't complete it, you know deep down it's going to make it hard. And if you don't complete it, it is actually going to weigh on you more. Yeah, it's going to really weigh on you, because I feel that in the heart chakra, where it's just like, oh, I haven't done the thing properly, but I've told everyone I've done it. And it might backlash you, especially if you're in a workplace. It might actually come to bite you later. So it is better to get those things done instead of telling yourself that you've done it. Do a little white lie, if you will, and go, oh, I've done it, and tell yourself I'm going to do it later. So, and they will have no idea that I didn't do it. They are going to know, because something deep down is telling you that you need to get it done. You need to get yourself out of this hermit mode. So as I mentioned, some of you might be ADHD. Maybe you're someone who struggles with keeping on track. It might not be someone ADHD, but maybe you got some other things, you've got a lot of things on your plate. You need, when it comes to hermit mode, it's usually about uh, trying to retract the world, and sometimes you're excusing by trying to relax or trying to isolate yourself from the world. And this is feeling for this one here that we're going with those I've done it, and you're going, okay, I need to really get this done, so they have no idea. And as someone, I'm really envisioning, honestly, a party where someone's going, I've made the cake, don't worry, or I've made the decorations, don't worry. And then day of the party, you're going, oh God, I need to put all this stuff. Oh, what am I going to do? I don't have everything. Um, I don't know if that was for particulars that came into my mind's eye, but you really need to get yourself into a set of prioritizing what is the most important thing, what is the thing that what is the task that you absolutely need to do, and then work yourself down that list, because it is a case that you're so distracted, or so you're almost giving yourself to too many things at once. And there's nothing wrong with having lots of multiple responsibilities, but it's a case of, if you can't prioritize, or if you can't get your ducks in a row, you're going to have your ducks spread out all over the place and have no idea where you're up to. Prioritizing those is a big must, and really working on being maybe a little bit more strict on yourself, giving yourself some time limits and saying, okay, I need to get this done on this time, or I need to spend at least 20 minutes on this today. And whatever it is, you need to really be more harsh on yourself and be setting yourself your own boundaries. And it's healthy to have boundaries. And feel for this collective for this week, boundaries for yourself is a priority. And boundaries are giving yourself, okay, my boundary is I've got to not take on more projects. The boundary is I can't be taking on other people's responsibilities. Boundary is I need to focus on what I need to get done that I have not finished already. And those are the ones. You've also got the moon here. A moon for the collective is really giving the sense that you have an ever desire to really hone in the creativity that you have. Maybe you're someone who has a creative spark. Maybe you're someone who likes arts and crafts, and or does some sort of creative thing, but you also can get really stuck in that mindset of that creative mind, and you might need to concentrate more. And I'm feeling almost, don't be keeping yourself in the clouds. You need someone here to ground you, and I think that's why we also got the King of Swords. It would make more sense having the King of Wands, because Wands being earth related, but I think the King of Swords makes sense because you have someone who can ground you, but it's also someone who isn't going to fluff around, who is going to go, okay, no bullshit. You need to pull your head in. You need to get stuff done. And this might be just someone keeping you on track, going, hey, you said you were going to do this. Let's go and do it. And you might need that. You might need someone who is able to give you that more constructive. And I feel for this collective that it is a priority to get what you need done closure this week. And honestly, I think a lot of it is based on the fact that this year is a 10 and also a 1 year, because 2026 equals 10. If you run that to add those two, it equals a 1, but 10 is all about completion, as I mentioned. And I think you are meant to also complete something else here, but I can't put my finger on it. You could be wanting to complete more tasks. Maybe you had another goal. Yes, you had another goal that you wanted to do. So that goal, you might have to set healthy expectations on what you can achieve. Okay, so this is Zana or Zana. This is an angel. You are protected from all types of harm. The worst is now behind you. I ask you to relax and feel safe. Okay. I like that for the message. So, if this message resonated, maybe you're wanting a bit more insight on what this really means, maybe what you need to actually focus on. Definitely look at my Ko-fi down below. I have different sessions available. That might be something that you're interested in. If that's not, a like and a comment would be amazing. And obviously, have a beautifully blessed and wonderful week. And I'll see you next time. Bye.